In the middle of the desert, a very young child wanders around while sucking on a human finger. Meanwhile, Wyndham arrives at the desert on his car. He also wanders around and even goes as high as he's capable to find the perfect spot to take pictures of the oncoming eclipse. After a few hours of waiting, he manages to take some incredible photographs and gets ready to leave. On his way back to the car, he's shocked to see a kid crying under the small shadow of a tree. Wyndham asks him a few questions to learn the boy is lost and he lost his parents. He volunteers to help him find them, and when he helps the boy up, he notices his hand getting extremely dirty. The boy starts walking further into the desert, ignoring Wyndham when he says they should go the opposite way to his car. Wyndham decides to follow him as he keeps asking questions, but the boy won't answer any of them. After a few hours of walking, the boy asks for soda and Wyndham shares his water bottle. He notices there's no phone service in this area and puts his arm around the boy to make him go back. But the kid snaps and pushes him off before running away. When he's far enough, he smirks at Wyndham, then continues to run. After noticing all his water has been spilled on the ground, Wyndham goes back to look for his car. However, he's truly lost and can't get his phone to work. When night falls, Wyndham tries to find shelter against some rocks, but he can't sleep because he hears a weird noise. He decides to follow it and finds a bunch of bottles hanging on branches plus a woman singing at the bottom of a canyon. Wyndham takes a closer look and is surprised to discover there's a whole house down there. There's a ladder nearby, so he goes down, moving carefully to avoid falling. Eventually, he makes it to the house and knocks, although nobody answers. Wyndham goes inside anyway and finds Alina cooking. When he asks for a phone he can use or some directions, Alina explains she doesn't have a phone and shares some food. No matter what he asks, Wyndham doesn't get any more answers from her. He isn't hungry and only drinks some water, so Alina eats his serving as well. After dinner, Alina invites Wyndham to stay for the night, and he can't help staring at her while she changes. The next morning, Wyndham wakes up first, so he silently gets out and relieves himself while looking at a strange painting on the canyon. Then he tries to finally leave, only to discover the ladder is gone. Since Alina is still sleeping, he decides to grab his camera and take a bunch of pictures, finding more weird paintings as he looks around. There's also a cage and a peculiar animal skull. Suddenly, he hears a noise and finds Alina fixing the roof. He helps her while asking about the ladder, but Alina says she doesn't know where it is because people take it sometimes. It could be back later or on a few days. Wyndham demands to know how to leave. However, Alina explains the ladder is the only way out. Afterward, Wyndham tries to climb out of the canyon, but it's impossible without the right equipment. Yelling for help doesn't do anything either. He comes down covered in dirt, and Alina convinces him to let her wash his clothes.